Hi, I'm Cindy Perloff here. I'm your tutor and coach and certified practitioner for your LifeLine experience, learning Dr. Darren's online course, which is a wonderful experience for all of us we're having. One of the things you'll be wanting to do when you're taking your celebration of learning with a written portion of it is to be able to draw out the flow chart. And I know you're all practicing it and doing great. There's some tips that I will share with you that helped me with the more challenging parts that I had. One of the tips is when you're taking the written portion, you'll want to draw out the flow chart first. And it doesn't have to be perfect as far as, like, let's say you missed some parts and didn't fill them in. You can move forward with the rest of the written portion, answering the questions. This will serve, your written one will serve as a guide if you maybe forgot, a question. You can refer to the flow chart that you drew out for some of your questions. And the same thing goes if you forget a spot, on one of on the flow chart. Let's say you just have a brain fart and you forget part of the flow chart. Don't let it stop you. Just continue moving forward, and you'll probably find the answer in the questions on the other portion of on the written portion of the celebration of learning. So just know that, okay? Don't let it stop you, or do your best to move forward and without having to be perfect before you move forward, right? So you'll do your best to draw out the flow chart, and then you'll do the written portion of the rest of the questions, and then you'll fill in what maybe you missed out. There's certain sections of 7, okay? 7 things. Like, for instance, we'll start with the structural expression channel. There's 2 columns of 7. Bones, cartilage, ligaments, muscles, joints, organs, fascia, lymphatic circulation, nerves, integument, scar tissue, fat tissue, and body fluids. That can be a lot to remember, okay? But it's easier to remember. Boys can learn more jumping over fences. It might not be true, but it's a nice little saying to help me remember those letters. So if you can remember that, the first thing you'd want to do when you get to the section is write out those initials. Boys can learn more jumping over fences. So now you have a clue as to what it starts with, okay? And then the next column of 7 is love comes naturally if someone feels beautiful. So you write love comes naturally if someone feels beautiful. Okay, so at least you have the first letter of each thing. And then that way you can go through and remember it better, but at least you got a clue. Okay, and so the next section here is groups of 7 is the regions. And the regions show up in 2 places on the flowchart, right? It shows up in the expression channel and the holding pattern. And that's also a group of 7. And you can use your body as a cheat sheet. So when you get to that part, you'll just write 7 lines out and then use your body. Okay, you got your head, your neck, your upper extremities, your torso, abdomen, pelvis, and lower extremities. Boom. If you only have 6, you can just look at your body to see what part did I miss. Okay, so that's another group of 7 here that we did, right? So then there's another group of 7, which is your chakras. And I'm sure that probably most people have known the saying Roy G. Biv. Okay, Roy G. Biv. It's not a saying, it's actually a name. And it's a way to remember the order of the colors of the rainbow, which is the same thing as the colors of our chakra in that order. And it's starting with the base, the root. Number 1 is red, first letter 1, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So that's how you remember the colors of the chakras and the order of them. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So there we go with that. And now the other thing we're going to do is we're going to do the body holding pattern. That's another group of 7. Okay, and there's an acronym that you can remember. It's ECHO, GPSS. How I remember that is we all know what an echo is. Oh, right, when you say, in the old days when they didn't know where they were, they could yell out their voice, and from where it bounced off and how it sounded, they could know what their location was. Okay, so that was their GPS at that time. So echo, GPSS. It's not really the way you spell echo, but who cares, right? Spelling isn't everything, and the point is to remember what they are. And so that's another group of 7. Okay, so at least you know what they start with. Elements, cells, organs, glands. Let's say you don't remember what the P is. Oh gosh, I don't remember what the P is. You move forward. Senses, systems. And then maybe you'll ponder about that. Maybe it'll leave it blank for a while. And then let's say you're done with your flow chart, but you still can't remember that. You just move forward, answer the questions, and it'll probably come to you. So like before you turn it in, just go over that flow chart and make sure that you filled it all in. You might even highlight the spaces that you're missing so that you know you got to go back and fill that out. Okay, so that's the other echo. Perfect. And then the other thing is there's this PSS. There's 2 places where PSS is. This section and also in this little spot here on the emotional expression channel. It's emotions, or not emotions, emotional, physical, sexual, and spiritual. So there's another little place in there where you can remember, oh gosh, I know it's EPSS. Okay, so then you just have to fill in those letters. Or you know the E is emotional, physical, okay, emotional, physical. This has to do with physical, it's not on there, but sexual and spiritual. EPSS. Don't forget. All right. So let's see, we did that. If you are not having fun doing this, if you find ways to make it fun, get to call out on the Facebook page, share what you're doing. You'll get ideas. Other people are sharing how they're learning this and how they're applying in their life. So have fun with it, and don't let perfect stand in the way of becoming better. So infinite love and gratitude. If you have any questions or you want help, we are all here to support you. You can find me on Dr. Darren's website under the team members, knowing our team. So that's where I am. You have to be plugged into and logged on to your LifeLine Experience modules. When you're logged into there, my name will pop up as an option to getting tutoring sessions. Or you can also contact me if you want a LifeLine session. I'm working at the discounted rate for all of you students. So just please reach out. You're worth it. Your dreams and visions are worth it. And you'll be so happy that you did. Okay, so infinite love and gratitude. Have a beautiful day.